Ciao. Anyway, so.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jaden, and I am a coffee, I'm a coffee drinker, heavy, but I'm very basic with my coffee order. Like, I wanted to say I'm a coffee connoisseur, but I'm more like a coffee junkie. Like, I don't know much, but I indulge daily.
And honestly, I prefer this because that's my life as well. It's like, do I love coffee? Yes. Do I know what blends are the best? What temperature's proper? How
Absolutely
many ounces
not.
of water per how many coffee grinds? I don't know any of that either. But do I drink coffee every day? Yeah. And
Absolutely.
do I also brew it? Yeah. And am I just eyeballing it every time? Yes. I kind of want to give the same vibe as Dunkin', where it's like you never know what you're gonna expect.
Absolutely, because you never know.
Is today gonna be good, or is it gonna taste burnt?
And the thing is, my coffee either comes from Dunkin' or it comes in a Dunkin' Keurig cup.
Yeah.
So I really have no idea what any of that's about.
Yeah, no. Sorry. My name is Amira, and I did have something else prepared to say, but now I'm a bundle of nerves because Jaden and I have experienced so many technical difficulties just to get here right now, and now I'm like fearful for my life that at any moment Steve Jobs is gonna just come in.
It's gonna cut the line.
Okay, so if you just hear like darkness and if you can't hear darkness, but if you hear nothing,
right? The sound.
Know that I love you guys. But yeah, Dunkin' coffee, she's good. She's unpredictable. I also drink my coffee in a Dunkin' tumbler that I got in 2015. You guys, let me know in the chat if you guys remember when Dunkin' did that promotion where if you buy this tumbler for $1, you can get refills whenever you want for $1. It was in 2015, and we used to go to Dunkin' like every day, and we had so many tumblers, we being like everybody in my grade, basically. And do I have any of them today? No, I just have one left, and I definitely had 10 to start.
I want to know, do they still hold up their end of the deal to this day?
Girl, no. Trust me. Every day I drink my coffee, I'm looking at the thing, and it's like, not valid after. And I'm like, why would you? I don't even know what the promotion was for. You can't even use. It's not even like we're at Wawa. If y'all know Wawa, you know Wawa. If not, look it up. Where at Wawa, if you get their mug, then you get some sort of a discount. I really don't know because I don't bang with Wawa like that. But side note, why are people so obsessed with Wawa? It's expensive, and it's not even like all that.
It's literally the cheapest thing ever.
Babe, okay. Way to flex your wealth. One sandwich is like $6.
How big are you trying to make the sandwich? Because
big enough
if
to
you
fill
go
me.
off, no, because if you go off the shorty or the junior, or whatever it is,
or the shorty,
it's like $4. It's literally $4.
It's one bite worth of sandwich.
And then if you get the full sandwich, it's $6. What is wrong with a $6 full whole wheat sandwich?
Because I'm interested in a $5 foot long.
Which isn't even $5. It's not even $5
anymore. Okay, so this
is
basically
$6.
My way of dropping the news. Jaden works for Wawa now. He's a CEO, baby. Congratulations.
Thank you.
He has stake in the company at this point.
Quite a few NFTs have been sold to this company in exchange for
something else.
For percentages of the company.
How do I get in on the deal?
Baby, I did it and I still don't know how.
We'll talk.
Yeah.
We don't want to.
Yeah.
Wait.
Right.
What are we doing here? What is this?
Oh, child. We're on a show. We're on a show that we like to call.
Yeah.
Child. Anyway, it's Jaden and Amira. We really about to get into some things. There's a lot going on in the world, child, but that ain't going on here. No. So, yeah. How about we get into our moment of the week?
Right. Okay.
This is where, we give different moments throughout our week, our days, our lives. Isn't there like a what's it called show, like Our Lives?
Days of Our Lives?
Days of Our Lives. Yeah. I'm like, this is us, Days of Our Lives. Yeah, very that.
This is us, Days of Our. It's a crossover.
Yeah, it's a crossover. So like Sweet Life on Deck,
With Hannah Montana.
With Hannah Montana.
That's So Sweet Life on Hannah Montana's deck.
Right, featuring That's a Raven.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Featuring
Whatever. Dog with a Blog.
I used to love that show. I'm not gonna lie. How? Dog with the Blog?
What? Girl, where'd you
Dog with the Blog? That should have been the question.
Okay. No, you're right.
Dog with the Blog was kind of... I was very old still watching Disney Channel. Let's open that up. When I stopped watching Disney Channel, I think, like...
this morning?
Like, no, like, absolutely. I literally, yeah. It's like 16, 17, right?
I mean, if you enjoyed it, you enjoyed it. I think I doubled back to watch Let It Shine. Is it called Let It Shine?
I hated that movie.
Okay.
I did. I'm sorry. Like, I would support it because, I really did not like it. I hate rapping on Disney Channel. I hate it so much because it's so, like, awful.
Jaden, I guess this is a bad time to let you know I kind of ghost wrote for that movie.
Yeah.
When you hear Coco spit, Mimi wrote it. This is awkward.
I love Mimi coming out.
That's my stage name.
Right.
Or my ghostwriter name. So if you see that on any tracks, just know it's me.
That's why I didn't recognize that it was you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't even check the credits for some of the biggest artists. Trust me, you'll see me there. Yeah.
Right. Jinkies. So what's your moment of the week?
Yeah, we got a little far away, but my moment of the week was something that was potentially traumatizing, and I could have been dead. So first, I would like to just say I'm so grateful to be alive today. So, was it this week? Okay, at some point I went to the city, and then I needed to get a ride back because y'all know I don't be driving. So I called my Lyft, and I was like, at first, I was like, okay, whatever. This is super
Philadelphia.
Man. Yeah. I was like, okay. Well, I didn't get a Lyft from Philly. I got a Lyft from the train. But I was like, oh, this man's old, but he's got a good rating, and he's been driving for a good minute. So I'm like, whatever. He pulls up in, like, this super duper old Lincoln town car, which is like, okay, that's fine. It's technically a luxury vehicle. But then I gets in, and then it's not until we pulled off that I realized that the door on the inside, like, the handle was broken. And I was like, so if I need to get out while the vehicle is still moving for whatever reason, I won't be able to. So, I mean, it's important to note that anytime I get into a Lyft or anytime I go really into public ever, I always, like, am holding my keys that have my, like, jabber stabber thingy on there. So if I did need to get rowdy with this old man, then I could meet him where he was, with my weapon in hand. But I don't feel like stabbing any old men. So then he's like talking to me the whole time, and then so then he starts getting mad at the GPS because he's like, you know how the GPS will sometimes take you the dramatic way when it was like an easier way? So he was upset about this, but he was like yelling about it, and he was like, it's so stupid, and it's like Lyft they don't even give us the money for it, like we're the ones who do it. And I'm little like, I was like, right, I can't stand when I have to agree with people in public just so I don't die. Anybody else? Does anybody else? I hate that.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, no, yeah, Lyft is totally stupid. And then he misses a turn, and I know this because he's going to my house, but I couldn't tell him it was my house I was going to, because hello. And he's like, misses another turn. He's like, see what I mean? This is so stupid. See how the GPS takes me all over? I'm like, for sure, the GPS is so idiotic. Mm-hmm. You're so smart, King.
Yeah.
Do what you want. So then we get there to my house, and I'm like, here we are. And then I like try to pull on the door anyway because, sometimes door handles will look broken, but they won't be broken.
Right.
Just like people.
Yeah.
So I try. It's like, nah, you gotta use the other door. So you know how uncomfortable it is for me and my tall body to slide across the seat?
Yeah.
And his chair is not even up for that. So my knees are like still in the car while the rest of my body is trying to get out. Awful experience. Did I give him a 5? Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
But that's just
Was he white?
He was white, but I don't think he was American. Or at least, well, he could be American, but he had an accent.
Yeah.
Then again,
what I want to say so bad.
What did you want to say?
When you said, yes, King, I want to be like, that's a black king right there.
Oh, this was in fact not a black king.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite sounds on TikTok.
You should make a TikTok with the audio.
That's the Black King right there.
But it's you.
Right. Talking to me.
Yeah, it's you in the mirror.
Right.
I would double tap that for sure.
Right.
Oh, so yeah. So basically, yeah. I almost died, but then I didn't. And I'm always fearful for my life whenever I leave the house. I gotta look at that.
Honestly, this is a lot scary. Like, you told the story in such a beautiful, like...
I know. I told it in a much calmer way than I was.
Because, let me just say that... Let me rename the events. You got into this Lincoln Town car with a broken handle on the door on the inside.
With old jaw.
And the guy doesn't presume to be American, which doesn't mean anything, but, like... There's something there. And then he keeps passing turns and blaming
That's
it
what
on
I'm saying.
The
At
Lyft
first I was
app.
like, was this a set up? I'm looking over my shoulder. I'm checking like who has beef with me.
Right.
And sometimes the app will like alert you, like, hey, you not on the route, babe. Is everything good?
And it wasn't?
Nar. But I was like, okay, this man is old, and based off of the way that I can like make out how far up his seat is versus his arm length, he doesn't look like he's that tall. And I mean, old people be strong.
Right.
And I have no arm strength at all, so I don't even know why I brought that up. But in the moment, I was like, I could, if need be, overpower him.
Right.
He had on glasses, so I couldn't stab him in the eyes or anything, because that glass is gonna stop me. But I also think about this a lot. If it came down to it, I don't think I would want to like do anything with the eyes to protect myself. Like, maybe adrenaline would take over, but I don't want to feel somebody's eyeballs on my finger.
No.
Squishy. Anyway, that was nasty. So Jaden, why don't you tell us your moment of the week?
Okay, so sorry that happened to you. Number one.
Oh no, yes, thank you. Let's just be thankful that I'm alive.
Right. Let's only for this moment right here.
For the podcast. Because how would you have who would you? I mean, actually,
would I
could be replaced.
Find it? I would say, would I replace you but still say that it was you?
Yeah.
Or chop up like old episodes to like find words that blend.
All the audio that's on the cutting room floor. Yeah. Bring that all back. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying, guys. Don't give 100% effort at your jobs. These bosses don't care about you.
No. Okay, so speaking of bosses, actually, it's not speaking about bosses at all. But my child anyway moment of the week has to do with work, but not like anything specific. The entire idea. I feel like I'm in a space right now, and if you follow me on social medias, you can attest to this. Like, starting businesses and like really trying to take Child Anyway to new places and Created by Jaden is a thing. Are these meaningless? Are these plugs? Absolutely, go support. Absolutely. But like, I want to dedicate so much time, and then Monday, guess what I have to do?
Sure. What you gotta do today?
Okay, y'all didn't see, but Amira took her glasses off while saying that, and that was too funny. She was in character.
Sometimes when you're exhausted, you don't even want to see clearly anymore.
Right.
Something will be blurry for a moment.
Because sometimes you just need that moment of unclarity.
Right, you know what I mean? What do I need to be 2020 about? 2020, she ain't never been that girl.
We remember her.
Okay.
But anyway, just having to work and not spend time on the things that I want to spend time on. And I've had plenty of friends say, like, well, sometimes, like, you may have to take the jump, like, and leave your job and focus on those things. I'm like, baby, I got bills.
Yeah.
Like, it's different. Like, it's not like I don't have a car, or have other things that, like, say I didn't get a new car, because that would take away all the insurance and whatnot and all that price. Say I never left my mom's plan when I was working at T-Mobile and never got, like, a new phone or whatnot. I could see that, because then it would be, like, no bills, really? Like, next to none. And then I can really push. But the fact that, like, I have things that I have to maintain is one, keep me at my job, but the other thing is like no one's hiring me. But I also have this feeling that that's not happening because the other thing I'm supposed to be spending time on is these things. And if I were to get another job or get a new job that's fuller time,
Right.
I would have no time for the things that I want to do. So I think it's just frustrating now, especially because everything's kind of in like beginning stages, or like which anyways I'm a beginning stage, but we're still early on in the process of this. So it just can become challenging to have to go back to work each week and realize like I work 6.5. Think of like the drive to and fro, so it's like 8.5 hours out of my day where I can't do anything but that. Like sometimes I'll do stuff there, but it's like I can't be as dedicated as I want to be.
Since you're at your work desk and not your creative space.
Home desk.
Yeah.
Like if I was here, child, send me them emails. Okay. I'm gonna respond, do what I need to do, but I'm gonna be focusing on other things, honey. But the fact that I am at work and I don't even have all my stuff. Like even if I was using my laptop, it would be different. But I'm using their laptop, so it's only things that I have maybe on a drive or somewhere else that I'm able to, like when I post on China or YouTube, I do that at work. I typically tend to do that at work.
So you get paid to post.
Actually, let's scratch that from the record. I do not do that at work. There's nothing I do with my other businesses at work. I only work at work.
Yeah.
But when I get home, I also go to the gym during the week after work. So I'm getting home like 5:30, go to the gym at 6:30, getting back at 8. I'm exhausted.
Time for bed.
And I can't do anything else. So I'm really trying to also find balance, because there's a new thing happening and coming very soon that y'all will get to know about 2 weeks from now. I think it'll be part of the catch, or
the catch, yeah.
Or
I mean, honestly, depending on how it goes, it could be your moment of the week.
Right. Depending on how it go, child, it could be moment of the week.
No.
But you'll figure all about that later. But just in general, and this is a PSA for all of us, like, fuck that job.
Boom.
And that's that.
That's
okay.
Yeah.
That's what I have to say.
Yeah.
But like, go to work. Like, I think the thing about us, and I'd be here for it. Like, we really will leave a job when we're not happy.
Absolutely.
But sometimes, like, we gotta suck it up. Like, sometimes we do gotta just suck it up, because we be like, I hate this job, and then we'll leave and then be confused by our bills piling up. Like, baby, the least you could have did was secure another one. Right. The least.
Right. Yeah. No. You're.
But it's also it's a difference between like discomfort and unhappiness. Like, if you aren't happy at a place and like you suffer every time you go in there, that's different. I'm here down to leave. But if it's just like I'm uncomfortable, it's a way to get comfortable, or like you have to maybe find your pace or find how you do things. Like, don't just quit it just because like you ain't like it. Once you hate it, get out.
Yeah, but if you hate it because like I'll be tired, then maybe stick with it. But if you hate it because like Barbara from next door is like always calling you out of your name, then maybe you should quit.
Right. But there's also other ways to go about things. So like there's a structure. Like, you can still go complain or go say like, this isn't benefiting me. Can we rework my schedule? Can we do this? Like,
what if Barbara's there all the time?
Barbara can see these hints. Oh. But if no one's ever told anybody that Barbara does this, why would Barbara change?
You're right. Barbara, this is your chance to change, babe. Come Monday morning, please.
This is us talking to you.
I hope Barbara listens.
Me too. Barbara never listens, though.
Literally unreliable. Everyone always talks about Karen, but it's Barbara. Really.
But it's really Barb.
I don't have beef with any Karens, but Barbara's?
Yeah.
I've already said too much. All right, the catch. First things first, as always. Oh, I'm sorry, Jada. Are you done?
I'm finished.
Okay.
I quit, actually.
Boom. All right. Next host, please come in.
Hello.
The catch. We're gonna catch you up on some stuff. But this week is going to be a little bit different because we're going to catch you up on not things that are happening in the news that you could read about. We're going to catch you up on exclusive content from our brain that you didn't know. But we aren't going to talk about what's happening in Russia and Ukraine because we aren't the people for that. Like, it's not, that's not the platform for this because, you know, these are real people's lives here, and Jane and I, we like to laugh, and we want to laugh this episode. So,
right.
In order to get you together, you can check out a different podcast called The Socialist Program with Brian Becker. Shout out to my good friend Mariah for giving me this suggestion. Check that out. It's a different podcast where you can get that information. I think it's important that people know what it is that they need to be talking about and what they need to do, aka staying in one's lane, so to speak. So that's what Jaden and I are going to do. So I'm kind of conflicted. I don't know if I want to first clear the air and just figure out who Jaden is first, because I don't think I've ever asked this of you, and it isn't necessarily important so much so that I'll stop being your friend, but it is important so that I can, you know, sleep. It's okay. So Jaden, yes or no? Do you like oatmeal? Because I have a follow-up question as well.
Okay. I love oatmeal more than anyone knows. Like, oatmeal's like my history food. There's history there. Like, I remember waking up consistently to a bowl of hot oatmeal. I literally just had it 2 days ago in the morning. It's like, if I want to feel euphoric is not the right word. I keep thinking euphoria means like reminiscing, like on the past, nostalgic? But that's not what it means. Nostalgic, very bad. We'll just use that, and I'm not gonna look for another one. I had to remind myself not to look for no more because we were about to sit here for 20 minutes just waiting for that. Oatmeal makes me feel very nostalgic about like childhood and whatnot. Yeah. So I love oatmeal.
This is good. You know, I'm a strong believer that people come into your life for a reason, and it's clear now that we were brought into each other's lives. Right. And it was
to bond over oatmeal. Good. Absolutely.
Okay, now this is my next question, and there is not technically any wrong answer, but I just need to know for clarity's sake. The way that your oatmeal is prepared, would you say that it's more liquidy, watery, or is it like clumpy?
A little more clump.
Really? Okay.
Is yours liquidy?
I love if I pick up the spoon and then if I just give it a slight angled wrist and all of it comes off the spoon. Yeah. But I will say I love oatmeal, so if it is not coming off the spoon, I'll still eat it.
No, okay. So I don't think mine is necessarily like clump. Like, it don't give that. It's not when it like has been when it has been like sitting, like, you know, when it sits and it like hardens up a little bit and then like you try to scoop it, which is also
I was gonna say it's still good then too.
It's still good, babe.
Still good.
But like, it's creamy. Like, it's not wet. I'm not about to say it's wet, but it's like cream.
Here's the thing, Jaden. Moving on. I will eat it either way.
Either way, yeah.
But not if it was prepared in the microwave.
Oh, no. Unless it's the Insta one.
No, even then, because even though when you read the instructions for the Insta ones, it'll be like, cook for 1 minute and you're done. Like, literally, and in the microwave, that's the same thing. But something in my brain, knowing that it came out of the microwave, I'm like, no, this is not the way that it's meant to be prepared. Like, it's sacrilegious. Like, this is not, it's the way of intended eat. I don't like it. Like, emptying the package into the bowl.
I do love a bowl of oatmeal from the instant box. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna reach for the instant box every once in a while. But one time I did try to take the regular oats and do the same thing to them. Let's just say, yes, I tried to like put the water and I'm like, oh, so these instant oats are like made for this. Because the other way, trying to use regular oats is like, not that at all.
The texture's not the same.
It's literally the most disgusting thing I've ever had in my entire life. But like, okay, so wait, what are your ingredients for oatmeal?
I was literally just going to ask you the same thing because you're talking about packages and those come with like flavors.
Okay, what's your... If you were to pick a flavor...
Classic. I'm a classic.
Oh, God.
Give me the original. And the thing is, like, I like the flavor of the oatmeal. Like, it's not like I need it to be like apple cinnamon barbecue down. Like, it could literally just taste like oats and milk. And that's delicious to me. And this is why I thrive in summer camp environments, because the food gives that. It's like you're tasting the food. You're not gonna taste the seasonings.
No.
And that's okay with me for oatmeal. So I always fill up on breakfast, essentially. So my ingredients, okay, so this is what I do. However much water I need based off of how many servings of who I'm cooking for, half of it I'm gonna do water, and then the other half is gonna be either milk or flavored creamer. So that's gonna be the flavor. But then when I'm cooking for other people, I know that they're going to be like, this is tasting like absolutely nothing. So then I'll add sugar and salt also. But the flavor is oat, steel cut. I don't know what the flavor is. Are you an apple cinnamon girl?
If we're talking about the boxes, you can literally hand me anyone. They are all peaches and cream, maple and brown sugar, apple, cinnamon. Hand them all here. If it's got banana in it, you can respectfully keep it.
I'm gonna give them all to you, babe.
Banana one, don't hand me. Actually, hand it. Because what I do, I sometimes make some. Like the apple cinnamon and the maple and brown sugar. Baby! You messing with a different one on that. Like, I'm also a cereal mixer.
Like, which kinds? They get soft at different time signatures. How will you mix them?
I like soft cereal.
But that's what I'm saying. If you're waiting for one to get soft and the other one isn't soft, how do you balance that?
So think like Cheerios and Frosted Flakes.
Okay, no, look, on this podcast, we respect differences. And, you know, everybody is different. Everybody wasn't brought up the same way. Different walks of life, etc., etc. Okay, what else? What else are you mixing? Because I would mix Frosted Flakes with cornflakes.
But that's the same thing.
Absolutely, but it lessens the sweetness of it. And it's really fun to feel like I don't like sweet stuff. I do, but you can eat more of it without feeling sick.
Right. No, I'm definitely like, I don't eat any of it now. But like,
yeah,
Frosted Flakes and Cheerios, or like, when I used to be like, disgusting, Fruity Pebbles and like Apple Jacks. Okay. Apple Jacks is the cinnamon one.
No, I'm just trying to figure out what you gained.
Oh, no, absolutely nothing. Pounds.
Okay.
And weight. Like, absolutely nothing of use and of help.
That's hilarious. And then in 20 minutes, you need energy again because that's just sugar.
Because I'm literally passed out, like...
shaking from the sugar rush.
And then shaking with my bowl in hand for another bowl. Like, absolutely.
Jaden, that's... in all seriousness, if, like, talking about food or whatever, it's triggering for you, the next X amount of time I will be talking about food because... I just want to know Jaden's thoughts on a couple of different things. So you can pause it here. Okay. So the next thing is, Jaden, so we're talking a lot about like breakfast, and you say that you make your oatmeal in the microwave, right? And you're not going to be judged for that. Don't worry.
No.
And I make mine on the stove.
I also make mine on the stove. It's just because that's see how the narrative has changed.
Yeah, I'm all about shifting narrative.
No. I will make it on the stove. Well, let me fix this. My mother will make it on the stove.
Yeah.
If I'm making it and there's quick ones up there, I don't feel like waiting to put it on the stove. But if I want me a good bowl of oatmeal, it gives classic, babe. It gives you're the new VIP. That.
The grandmother's way.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Sorry, I had to
But
just
all
clear
of
my
the
name.
things still rely on the ability to have time. So my next thing that I want to talk about is when we're in school, growing up, in school meaning like elementary and middle, there's such an emphasis on breakfast being the most important meal of the day, right? They're like breakfast is the like if you don't eat breakfast, you're not going to be able to do the math at 8:30, and it's all about breakfast and having time to eat it. But then they turn around and give you no time to eat breakfast. There's no way to prepare a good breakfast. Even as a working adult, you'd have to wake up 2 hours before you have to go to work in order to make breakfast. And I'm trying to figure out why this agenda, the breakfast agenda, wouldn't get on the same page as the capitalist agenda. If you guys were so pressed about having breakfast, I don't even know why Big Egg and Big Bacon corporations wanted this push if they weren't going to also push to have the workday start at 10.
Right.
So my question is, how do we think it's right? This is a obviously like not a question that could be truly answered, but how is it okay for us to teach children that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and then when they become adults, actually even when they're still children, give them no time to eat it? It's not. We talked about like, okay, cereal is the fastest thing you can eat, but it's also not even good for you.
Right.
That can't sustain you until
Which
lunch.
is
You're gonna be
also
hungry.
part of the entire tactic, which like
That's what I'm saying.
further pushes like, what's the point? Like, why would I eat the cereal and it's all sugar, but then now it's, oh, we're not going to feed you these certain things because we want you to lose weight, but you don't want me to have enough time to eat a decent meal.
It's a cycle.
Baby, you don't actually want me to win.
It makes no sense. Like, okay, so breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but then you're mad because I was late to school because my mom stopped at McDonald's to give me a McGriddle?
But you told me it was so important for me to eat before I came in here.
Right.
Because if I bring my McGriddle in here, you're going to tell me throw it away because I should have ate before I got here.
Jaden, speaking of oatmeal, when I was in 7th or 8th grade, my dad would always make us oatmeal to take to school, but obviously we were supposed to eat it at home, but we were running late, so he put it in like a styrofoam cup and gave us a disposable spoon, whatever they're called, and we would come to school with cups of oatmeal. And yeah, that probably sounds really embarrassing, but I was so excited because I love oatmeal.
It was so
and
good.
the teacher would either make us throw it away or eat outside the classroom. Does
And
that
then the
make
next
sense?
day, and then Lily said you should have ate before you got here.
Right, and then it's like, why don't you have energy to do your syllable work or whatever they do in 8th grade? I don't know, to do fractions or something.
Syllables.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's okay.
Syllables will get they chew the girls up.
Yeah, in like 3rd grade.
Oh, my school was underfunded. I don't know.
Right.
You go. You go.
No, okay. One, you're really trying to explain capitalism, babe, or like, there's no way to give an answer because it doesn't make sense. Like, it's not going to make sense.
No.
And also, like, breakfast, we make it seem like it's the most important meal of the day. It's really like not. Like, all of the meals are kind of like equal in value. Question mark. But like, it's really just breaking the fast. So I guess like you could say most important. You could say like
It's
most important
Jaden
meal.
just separating the word.
Right. Breaking the fast, bruh, and the ache. Like, you're really not doing much.
Right.
But it's also like, then you would get to school and they're giving out free bagels. Like, this
Bagels. Oh yeah, my school was definitely underfunded. We were not getting no bagels. What are you talking about bagels?
Wait, what y'all used to get?
Honey, we're gonna get a chocolate milk or some sort of a skim milk or something, and like a small little thing of cereal or something. I don't know. I was late. This is what they told me. I was late.
Right.
Breakfast was over when I got there. I mean,
So you could
is it
get
too much
cereal.
to ask to get hot food for breakfast?
Yeah, it was no. Wait, because now, did we have like French toast sticks and whatnot? I think
Sometimes we
no.
had breakfast for lunch.
We had okay, I think that's what it was. But I think if we had it for lunch, they would be like, all right, give them something a little extra today. And we would have like breakfast foods like, but I'm pretty sure we could get a pancake or something.
No, yeah, definitely those pancakes that come packaged individually.
Or like, it's like 2 in a pack
Yeah.
that you just twist and dip. Cause it's,
Okay, twist and dip.
Cause the syrup comes like fucking honey mustard. So it's like, you gotta figure out a way, like, who did the angles on this? How am I gonna take this big circle and put it into this little trapezoid? That's not how things work.
Literally.
So you have to, like, double eat it, and then now you scarfing your face out, and now the bell's ringing because it's time to go to homeroom. And it's like, baby, can I enjoy my pancake taco?
Literally.
And my Barreras? And my salsa that come with it? Like, hello?
This is a chaotic breakfast, but yeah, can he enjoy it? No. The answer is no, you can't. I just feel like, okay, so to me, it doesn't make sense, like logical sense, but I understand, like, in this system that we work, it makes sense that there's no emphasis on lunch, right? Because lunch happens while you're at work, and it's like, hello, you're at work to work.
Right.
Why would you need to eat if you're going to eat at your desk? And dinner also kind of makes sense because you want to paint the picture that family time is important, right? Like, they want you to pretend like they care about your families. But why the push for breakfast? Like, if you're not going to then make time for people to spend money at the stores to get the stuff, then why even push for it? I feel like there is like a true answer where maybe like some US president was like, breakfast is going to be my passion project.
But do you think that having a better breakfast prohibits people from having lunch? Not prohibits, but like it tends to stop people from eating lunch. Because I know a common phrase is like, oh, I had a big breakfast, or I had breakfast this morning, I'm not hungry yet. So now you've gone the whole day, and it's 1 hour left in the day, and you finally got hungry. But you're like, I might as well wait till I leave.
Wait till dinner.
We cracked the code.
No, that's how they get you. And you know what else, Jaden? Here's something I've been ruminating on for a while. Get this. Consider this. Mm-hmm. Okay. You can walk into a kitchen and be like, who making breakfast? It smells good, right? And you know exactly, if somebody said, oh yeah, it smells like breakfast, and you know the smell they're talking about, right? You could also walk into a kitchen and say, ooh, it smells good. What y'all having for dinner? Right? And you cannot walk into a kitchen, look in their face and say, it smells good. What are y'all having for lunch? Because even if you're making it at 1 o'clock, they're going to be like, ooh, you getting dinner started early, huh?
No one ever acts like, you're right, it's only like, oh, it's too late for breakfast.
Right, what is
and
that?
Then guess what we called it? Brunch.
That's just lunch. The world has like America has an anti-lunch campaign running right now, which is insane because I love foods that people usually eat for lunch.
Right.
Like wraps and salads. And
but it's like,
people eat for lunch.
People are like, because I give desk job. So it's definitely like, what'd you bring for lunch? Mm-hmm. Conversation. Mm-hmm. But it's never like lunch. Like, we don't all have the same lunchtime, number one.
Exactly.
Lunchtime is very debatable. It's up for debatable. Love that for me. And it's like, it's just that. Like, what'd you bring for lunch? Oh, leftovers from dinner. I have to go buy something.
And that's not right.
But what is your lunch meal? Because like when you're off, do you eat lunch? Or is that just your breakfast? Like, did you sleep in and now you're just having your breakfast?
Yeah, it really depends. If my refrigerator alloweth, I will go ahead and do 3 meals. But if it's like I'm going to have to stretch my imagination to get that 3rd meal in, I'm just going to stick with 2. It's fine. Yeah. It's fine. But wow. I just feel like if in a world we could imagine walking in and saying it smells like lunch, what would it smell like? What would it be? Fresh vegetables? Like, what are you smelling?
Right, for lunch. And it's not like it's a cafeteria in high school where like, oh right, you have like a memory of.
And that smells nasty.
But it's like, there's so many options in there. So like, what are you having? Like, what does lunch smell like?
I mean, if you're basing it off of school, then it gives very much musty, warm lunch meats, sneakers. It smells like a gymnasium. It doesn't smell like good food. Or like those weirdly breaded chicken nuggets. Chicken being in quotes because we don't really know.
Or the smiley face.
The French. Okay, so basically you're just flexing how much money your school had because we were definitely not getting these smiley fries.
You didn't get the smiley fries?
Honey, I had those at my house. I was not getting them in the... Well, Also, I didn't get a lunch. Like, I didn't qualify to get lunch. Like, I would have to pay for it. And my mom was like, or my dad was like, absolutely not. So he packed our lunch every day, which when I look back, I'm like, wow, how privileged. But I was so trifling that I would be like, who wants this garbage of a lunch? I want that garbage you're eating.
Right, mind you, they made like jerk chicken.
Sandwich.
Right. Jerk chicken, rice and peas. And you're like, I don't want this.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Circle pizza.
It looked so good when people ate it.
Yeah.
I wanted parts, but I know it wasn't good.
It was.
Circle pizza with chocolate milk. You're going to look me in my face and tell me what
See, we would go buy the juice. Like, we had the ices. Okay. All right.
Oh, yes. The juice that will sometimes just have ice in them, right?
No.
The
icy.
Specifically to be iced.
No, the icy water type things. The little cylinder drink, and it says ICEE or something, I think. And it was like a sparkling drink.
The like triangle one. Oh, the icy sparkler drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of sparkling drinks. I want to be.
No, I don't like them. No, I like those, but I don't like seltzery type of drinks or like those are disgusting. But those are like fruit juices that are just like sizzled.
Amen. I was supposed to ask you when we were talking about oatmeal, because I didn't expect for you to say that you would eat oatmeal out of the microwave. What are some foods that you refuse to eat from the microwave? If there are any. Well, yeah. Oh, no.
Right.
Foods that can be microwaved that you just won't eat microwaved.
Fries.
Who is telling you to microwave your fries?
Like, that's it. Like, if it can be microwave, I'm going to microwave it. Unless I can put it in the air fryer. Like, if I can throw it in the air fryer, child.
Oh, you're air fryer girl. Okay.
Listen, and I think everyone should be air fryer girl if they can. Because,
I was in college.
Baby, it is life changing. It's like the same not the same exact quickness as a microwave, because you can heat something up in 2 minutes, but then you gotta play the finger tap game. Like, is it cold? Is it hot? Because then when you touch it on this side, like, it's hot, and you keep touching other things and they're all hot, but then when you go to eat it and you put that fork in and you put it to your mouth, everything's cold,
nasty.
and you also like lose nutrients in the microwave, where like the air fryer, baby, it's like re-cooking it and it's refreshed. It's something about it. That's where I put my fries. Because a fry reheated in the... I'm going to say toaster oven. In the air fryer... in the air fryer, that's nasty business. Child,
the air fryer, it does make things easier. I feel like, especially like cooking potatoy things. Like in college, I literally only used my air fryer to cook potatoes. I just didn't I didn't eat meat, so I was like, what else can I put in here? Potatoes. But I haven't really ever used it to reheat something, I don't think. But now you've opened a whole new door, a whole chapter in my life.
No, I'm trying to tell you. Yeah. And how it's set up is going to heat the whole thing up. Absolutely. And at a good temperature to where like it'll actually heat it up. Yeah. And recook it and like re-prepare it. Do you use it only to reheat foods, or do you cook things in the air fryer / what are some things that you like to cook in the air fryer that are kind of unexpected? Meatloaf. Say, I'm totally kidding. Oh, I was literally so impressed. No, literally all I make is like chicken in there. Like the only like meat or like salmon, everything else is like fries or like a side that you would expect to be in there. But for the main portion, it's going to be like a chicken, a salmon. Okay. All right. Well, that was a lot of fun. My air fryer is sitting on the... Okay, please explain to me actually why one Chris, as my mom, got basically everybody that lived under the same roof their own air fryer. It worked out at the time because we went back to college, but then I'm like... Why would we all need one, girl? Like, that is because now I'm about to come home and we're gonna have like 5.
on just in a row.
Yeah.
It's giving very like iRobot, like they're taking over the kitchen.
But honestly, I would use all five at the same time.
Early time, it was perfect. It's like everything could just cook at the same time, and then it'll be all ready at the same time.
And it's also like I can eat what I want and not have to wait for you to be done in the kitchen.
Air fryers are good. Honestly, I should have bought stock in them back in the day. Just kidding, I wouldn't. Even if I had a time machine, I would probably not buy stock.
I wish I had a time machine.
Jaden sings, guys. Speaking of time machines and machines in general, let's pivot away from food. So, okay, so I'll try to remember that timestamp. But let's pivot to social media, but not social media for real. Okay. So I want to talk about, I wish that there were a feature on every social media platform that is algorithm based where you can say, look, I'm liking this video because I like this specific video, not because I want to see other videos where people are braiding their hair. I don't want to see other videos where people are grooming their dog. I just liked that video of the dog grooming. Oh, cute, you're foraging. That's nice. I liked that video. I don't want to see hundreds of... And on the flip side of that, when you first get an app, the process of having to just like stuff, even though you don't like it, just so that you can like fix your algorithm.
Yeah.
Where you're like, I'll like this horrible video of this sucky dancing, but I want other dancing, so I have to keep liking the bad stuff to get to the good stuff.
TikTok
Both
is the
sides,
perfect, the perfect one because their algorithm is so like specific.
It is, but it's the worst. Also,
no, it's literally the worst because you are stuck in different arenas. Like they'll throw in trending things, but like there's a certain level of TikTok that I don't see at all.
Yeah.
And I feel like me and my friends are all in a very similar part of TikTok. But I also don't like how if I send something to you, that also seems to count in your algorithm. Like sometimes I don't watch certain things, and then someone will send me something within that algorithm, and then now that thing is popping up. And it's like, baby, I didn't even pick this. Like, I just watched it because my friend sent it.
I guess they figure, birds of a feather. Y'all need to be in the same algorithm.
Right. Wrong hole.
I know that it would be probably too much energy for people to like remember how to like it, but I feel like if you double tap it, then I want it on the algorithm. If I just give it one singular tab, don't show me anything.
It's just a one time. Like sometimes I just actually you really ate this up because I was thinking I'm like, yeah, because I hate when I literally like this one thing because like this person ate, but I don't want to see this again. Like I don't care. Or when how TikTok does like when you like a certain sound.
Oh my god!
It plays it out for you like baby. That's not what I said.
Why would I want to see 70 videos with the same sound and the same exact premise?
Let me know. And on Instagram, okay, I watched this one reel. I don't need to see 18 reels on my feed at the same time. I don't need to. I don't. Something else. Like, I want photos. You were a photo app.
You'd think. Do you remember the dark day when Instagram started allowing videos?
Mm-hmm.
I remember I was shook. I was like, this is ridiculous. This is no good. I mean, I was just being a hater for the sake of being a hater. I just knew that I didn't like the idea of them having videos. I didn't know why at the time, but now I do. Because I knew they were going to take it too far.
And they did.
They took it way too far.
The fact that it's a shopping app.
That's too much. I don't need apps to be like one-stop shops.
No, like I have multiple apps for a reason.
Give Walmart, like it can just give like Yankee Candle Store or a store that only sells shoes. Why can't apps be like that? It's fine. I already have 70 apps on my phone. It's fine. I don't mind having to switch apps if I want to look at pictures versus if I want to look at funny videos versus if I want to shop.
Yeah. I feel like Instagram is the worst one. I don't use Facebook, so I have no idea what the app is like. But Twitter has gotten better because, if anything, they just did Clubhouse. Like, that's the only thing they really took.
No.
And back when they had stories.
Worse and better. Because it'll be like tweets you may also like. And then it's like,
oh, that's annoying.
I don't want to only see Real Housewives of Potomac stuff now. So now,
with the suggestion,
in my mind, it now makes me feel like, oh, this is big, huge news that's taking over the internet, but literally it's only taking over my internet.
Right.
And everybody else is talking about the Super Bowl. Meanwhile, I'm trying to figure out if Candace is going to be on the next season or not.
Right. And I think I saw something a while ago, just talking about social media in general, and it was like, it's mainly dangerous because people get to create their own reality.
Literally, yes.
And you don't sit in the actual one.
Yeah.
So that's like with right-wing media, whatever. Like,
right.
If you only watch FOX, I don't want them to be in my Instagram feed when I'm done. Right. But if you watch it and that's all you consume and everything within that media is all you consume, you're going to believe the things that they say. Like, right. It's going to be... It'd be, and this is a sidebar, it'd be people on Instagram reposting their stuff. Like, look at this, y'all.
Wait, they'll look at this, y'all, their own stuff?
No. People will repost something like, I told y'all, it's usually about, like, COVID and whatnot, but that's beside the point. But people will repost stuff, and then it's like, look at this, I told y'all, we have to be more careful. And then I'm like, that literally says it's from Fox. Like,
nobody checks their... I really don't want to sound like an old person or like a person that's like, oh, times are changing. But literally no one ever checks their sources anymore. And it is really scary. Like, especially on Twitter, because people will literally... And actually on TikTok, people will literally believe whatever you say.
Whatever you say.
Like, you can tweet that, like, Joe Biden is going to release another stimulus check. I see that tweet probably every 2 months. Okay, maybe less. Every 1 month. Babe, where'd you get this from? Like, are you friends with a White House correspondent? Like, what is this White House correspondent? That was hard to say.
White Horse.
But people will White Horse Pike.
Right.
People will literally believe anything that they read on the internet, which is like, duh, because, the internet's supposed to have truth. It's like that commercial. They can't put anything on the internet that isn't true. Hello, that commercial was a joke. They can put misinformation on the internet. That's actually where they do it the best on the internet.
And the most, yeah.
I'm guilty of it too. Like, I'll definitely be like, and then I'm like, let me check the replies. And then I'm like, girl, go to the don't check the replies. They're just other people that don't know what's going on.
Absolutely.
Just go to Google and figure it out on your own. If I tweeted today, like something like, oh my gosh, I did not know Keke Palmer was Patti LaBelle's niece, everybody would believe me.
Absolutely. Because
they'd be like, yo, I do see the resemblance. That they do look similar.
And then Patty's like, no.
Right.
Beautiful gowns.
Beautiful gowns.
Go ask Keke Palmer. Like,
literally, it's.
I want you to know, like, no one says that. That's not like a line that people like. People say it now, but like, girl, that's Keke Palmer has never been like a audible phrase. But every time I see it, I literally think, girl, that's Keke Palmer. Like, that's how it's pronounced.
Right.
Every single time I see, girl, that's Keke Palmer. Like, I can't see it any other way.
And I see it all the time on Twitter.
All the time. And every time it's like, girl, that's Keke Palmer.
Wait, I was going to say something about Keke Palmer. Oh, yeah. She's on the new Proud Family reboot.
She is.
And I have brief thoughts about the reboot. First, I want to know... Okay, for those of you who don't know, they have like a reboot of the Proud Family called The Proud Family Louder and Prouder. And in my mind, I'm like, couldn't we just call it The Prouder Family? Whatever. What were your thoughts, Jaden?
It was good. So my girl is singing the theme song, The intro song.
I love it.
Joyce Rice. Y'all know I've talked about her plenty of time before, child.
It is so good.
And I really enjoyed it. People were like, not doing this. And I get it because you're changing something that people grew up with and love. But it's also like, please, y'all, relax.
It's good, though.
The show itself, I don't like how it's drawn. I like I hate like current things. Like social media stuff. They did it okay. Like it wasn't bad. But like to do a whole episode about canceling, almost like canceled it myself.
I almost canceled my subscription.
Yeah, I would say I almost canceled my Disney Plus membership.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it. Like, it was good. Like, my kids were watching it, it's like, whatever, it's the Proud Family. But will I watch it again? More than likely not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in two minds about it because sometimes I'll watch a show because I like the theme song. Like, I will watch a show so I can hear the theme song again.
Right.
And I know I'll probably be able to just get it on iTunes or something. I don't know. But if I just struggle to figure out like who the show's intended audience was. Like I couldn't tell. I'm like, is it supposed to be for people my age, people older than me, or children? Because if it's for children, no, it gave very much propaganda. Like I felt like they were constantly teaching lessons that are like, okay, first of all, I don't even agree. You're doing too much. Like the cancel episode, and also like there was something about like the way that they treated Keke Palmer's character in the first episode, like without spoiling it, I didn't really agree at the way that Penny Proud spun it around on her. I was like, okay, yeah, she's the one that's bad. It's her. Or why can't it be both of you guys that are bad?
Right.
Also, the cancel episode was just too much to me because I'm like, cancel culture isn't even real. And for them to make it so real in that way, like straight up, like snap of the finger real, I was like, absolutely not. Also, I could be wrong, and I was supposed to look into it before I got here right in this moment, but look, it's whatever. I just feel like there is nobody in the writer's room that is not a millennial. Like, it feels like everybody in the writer's room is a millennial. I'm like, these jokes are, for lack of better words, tired.
Yeah. I laughed a few times.
No. I definitely laughed out loud at some of them, but some of them were just like so like, okay, this is corny.
Like, please.
Like, okay, you know that did you watch She's Gotta Have It? The first season was kind of like that for me too, where I'm like, okay, we get it. You guys are with the times. Like, you guys are really trying to show the time so that when we watch it in 10 years, we know exactly what year it was made. But I think with the Proud Family, it's like, if I watch this in 10 years, I'd be like, was this made in 2019?
Or was this made in 28?
Literally 2008. Yeah, 2008. That's how I say it.
In 28. Wait. Never mind.
You won't be alive.
No, because like, are there stories about things that happened in like the year 12?
Yeah.
But, like, do we know them? Like, everyone's always, like, the 1600s, the 2000s, obviously, the 1990s, the 1780s. Right. But, like, what happened in 35?
I think those are usually followed by either AD or BC, and there are stories like this.
Okay.
They're not as juicy. Actually, sometimes they're juicier, because, like, ooh, disease.
Right.
A sneeze and he's gone.
They were all gone.
They're all gone. The Proud Family wouldn't have lasted in 12. That's for sure. But I did like the theme song, and I liked the way that it was drawn. I thought it was cute. I thought Bretman Rock's character was drawn like really cute.
Yeah.
But then at the end, when he just forgave, I was like, Penny's character just never gets like anything. Like, no one is ever like mad at her for longer than 5 seconds.
Because she really came home like, I'm sorry, you guys. They're like, oh, you can't stay mad at you. Like, maybe you should.
Maybe we should stay mad at Penny.
She said, did you not listen to Solange?
Yes! That joke right there, I was like, okay, yeah, somebody old wrote that.
Somebody old wrote this. Absolutely. These babies have no idea what you're talking about.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, if a child watches, they would laugh because of the way the characters move their bodies.
Mm-hmm.
But the jokes themselves, like, it's literally okay. So I figured it out. It's like, okay, so visually it's for children, and then like audibly it's for the person that's watching it with them. They're adult who's
Right.
gonna be gagged laughing in their 45-year-old body.
Right.
This is so good. My children love.
It's okay. So it's
Proud Family.
for the kids who watch while they're getting their hair done. And
Yeah, right.
so the adult can listen and be like, "Oh, that was funny." Keeps braiding.
All right, this cute. What is this?
Right.
Okay, but I just feel like it was so much propaganda in the show, which is like, okay, whatever. But I feel like I don't even know why, because the reboot of That's So Raven, Raven's Home is like really good.
It is good.
So maybe we should get some of the writers over to the Proud Family's lot.
I'm
gonna keep watching.
Louder and Prouder.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. The Loud Family. I mean, the Proud Family. That's
Right.
Also.
The Louder and Prouder family.
But I also just love Trudy.
Well, always.
Yeah, the husband gets on my nerves. What's his name again?
Oscar.
Forget. Yeah, he got on my nerves.
Yeah.
Can't
Like, why are you calling my name?
Or something.
All right. So.
No, stay at the grocery store. Sorry. So. Yeah, that's that. That's the catch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all we have.
That was. Yeah. That was that. Honestly, I can't even remember what we talked about on this episode. And also, I can't even remember if, like, what was the tone? Like, was it funny? I don't even remember. Like, what did we talk about? Okay, I remember bringing breakfast. So last week we had people tell us how they like their eggs, and people actually did it.
Yeah.
We want more people to tell us. So if you have listened to this far, slide into either our DMs or Child Anyway podcast on Instagram.com DMs and let us know, A, if you like oatmeal, the way that you prepare it, and if you will eat it out of the microwave.
Boom.
Nothing for take it or leave it, because nobody needs help this week. You guys all
Which
have
we
it
love.
figured out. I'm assuming that's why there's nothing.
That's the only reason I could.
Everyone's perfect this week, I guess. Maybe they should write in and tell us their secret.
Ooh, yeah.
How do you have it all figured out?
Right. Share with everyone else.
Yeah, share
well,
with
everyone
us,
else.
please.
Wait, but everyone else seems to know as well.
Oh, no, yeah, no, everybody knows what to do except for us, Jada.
Right.
So there's nothing to be taken or left, except for maybe us, I guess. They left us, but that's okay. Thank me later. Let's move on to Thank Me Later. Jade and I are going to tell you things that we're watching or that we're, consuming that you should also get into if you haven't already, if you want. Do what you want, obviously. I recently started watching Black Jesus on HBO, and it's absolutely hilarious. It's definitely blasphemous, but it's definitely hilarious. I was going to say it's a sprinkle of trifling, but it's like a powdering of trifling. Like, it's super trifling, but I am laughing the entire time. The concept is basically just like this super huge, tall black man in LA, and he's like truly Jesus. Like, on the show, he's Jesus, and everyone calls him Jesus. And like, can he perform miracles? Sometimes, but it's like whatever. And it's so, for a lack of better words, stupid. But it's also hilarious. So check that out. Jaden, what do you have for us?
We mentioned this before, but I'm gonna keep saying it. Abbott Elementary is so funny, y'all. Like, I be cracking up at that show. And my thing, people don't like it because it's trying to be like The Office. Here's my thing. No.
Definitely not.
That's number one. Two, like, it's just shot in the same style. And the person who's directing it directed The Office. But shows like Parks and Rec Modern, like, all these shows are that, but no one says anything about them. So I don't know why.
One of these things is not like the other.
Why is Abbott Elementary the problem?
Crickets.
Quickly.
I actually haven't seen this on my TL where people are saying they don't like it because it's like The Office. I've actually seen the thing where people do the thing that they love to do, where they compare it every single week to The Office. And it's like, great, we already got it. It's shot mockumentary style. Like, we already got it.
Right.
But let's just let these things exist on their own, because honestly, I would not compare them personally, because yeah, I watch The Office, sure, whatever, but Allen at Elementary will have me in full-blown stitches just from like the small things. Like when Jim looks at the camera, I'm not laughing. But when Everybody Hates Chris looks at the camera, I'm gagged.
Yeah, because I have no idea what that man's name is on that show.
What's his name on the show? Greg.
Wait,
is it Greg?
It's Greg.
Okay, that's boring. But when Greg looks at the camera, I'm cracking up. When Ava sneaks into frame, gagged. When
what was his name on Everybody Hates Chris?
I'm like, are you being funny?
Oh, Chris.
Hey, well, what's the title character's name in Everybody Hates Chris?
Because
everybody.
Let me say why I asked that question. I thought it was one of the shows that had the name like Eve,
like the Cosmos.
Like the name of the show and the actual character in the show shared no name.
Which is why did they do that on Eve? What was the purpose?
I think I looked it up and it was like they were using her name because of who it was.
So couldn't they just give her character the name of Eve as well?
No.
They could have just changed her last name, like on That's a Raven, where she's like Raven Baxter.
Yeah, and how you spell it, right? Or it's the same spelling. I'm pretty sure Raven Simone has a Y in it, but Raven Baxter did not. Raven.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Oh no. Okay. Disregard. That didn't happen. But yeah, Abbott Elementary I think is a great show, and I think it like stands up with The Office. Like people are trying to make it say like it's like The Office or it's like all this and all that, but like the show is hilarious.
And
like,
you know what?
belly laughing.
But if I have a gun to my head and I have to compare them, I'm gonna vote for Abbott Elementary because The Office, like, great, it's a show of people working in the office. Ooh, whatever. But Abbott, okay. I'm getting passionate now. My tongue has stopped working.
Right.
Abbott Elementary is about like, okay, we're exposing like what it's like to be a teacher and how you can like make do. And then teachers on Twitter will be like, this is so relatable, and it connects people. Then people are like, oh, there's teachers in my area. Send me your wish list so I can buy stuff for your classroom. I feel like the culture around Abbott Elementary outside of it being on TV is just like about something, very much something. When you turn off the TV, you feel good about it. And you're like, I do appreciate my teacher, and I should reach out to them I should download Facebook and reach out to them on there. And also they have like that truck that they'll like, if you see the Abbott Elementary bus, that means that some teachers just got some supplies. Like there's a community aspect to it versus The Office. Once again, like I don't even want to compare them, but like The Office could be shot in any city. It really wouldn't matter, and it still wouldn't change like its cultural relevancy. Like I can't say a better way than don't compare them, because they're different and they like will have different impacts on history.
Absolutely.
I personally think Abbott Elementary is just definitely top 5 shows, and it's not even done. That's what's like.
It's not even done this season.
That's wild. Like, and it's still top 5 shows of the last. I don't feel like getting attacked on social media, so I'll just go ahead and say 10 years, but
yeah,
I would push it down to. No, I'm gonna leave it at 10. You know, okay, if I'm gonna go to 10, I'm gonna do top 8. But it's up there.
Right.
It's up there.
Okay, so please go watch Abbott Elementary and Black Jesus on HBO. And we're gonna close the show. Did you have anything else that you want to say?
It's still Black History Month at the time that we're recording this. It won't be when you listen, I don't think. But either way, it's not too late to pay a Black person for their art, for their life, for their presence in your life. And if they ever had to educate you or teach you something, you owe them money.
Right.
Us money, you owe us money. So
if you've ever learned anything from this podcast.
Hello? If you've ever gotten a laugh. You know, no. Laughs are free, fine. But if you've ever had to think. And
giggles are free.
Oh, belly laughs are $1.
We're like, y'all not that funny.
Right? They're like, so $0? Great. Okay.
So you owe
I'm
us.
laughing with my mouth is still closed. It's like, it's chuckle. It's not.
Right.
Okay. Well, if anybody's ever made you laugh and they just so happen to be black, I don't see why not. Just give them some money.
Right. And we still have merch. Go to childanywaypodcast.com. Let me verify.
Every episode, it will be this. Jaden is double checking.
My memory is horrible, y'all. Childanyway.com. Yeah. Childanyway.com. Go shop. Things are there. Go buy them. Yeah, so this has been another episode of Ciao. How you doing? Anyway, with Jaden.
and also Amira. You can listen to Ciao. Anyway, wherever you listen to your podcasts.
We drop new episodes every week. Make sure you follow us on Instagram at Child Anyway Podcast.
Like, share, subscribe on YouTube as well.
Go shop the merch. Black Jesus on HBO. It's trifling but fun, so go enjoy that. Abbott Elementary. If you talk about The Office when you talk about Abbott Elementary, just don't talk.
You're done.
Go check out the Socialist Program with Brian Becker for other content regarding like other worldly news that we didn't necessarily talk about in this show or in this episode. Watch the Proud Family if you want to. At least go watch the.
Just have it playing in the background so that they don't cancel the show. Just
right, and just listen to the theme song.
Or watch it and make your own opinion about it.
Yeah,
you may love it.
Right. So have a great night or day or afternoon. Hey, I'm not gonna label what kind of day you're having, but I hope whatever it is great. And yeah, we'll talk to you later.
Peace out.
Bye.